Hi, it's Sherry with BabyBoomers.tv. We are live in Midtown Manhattan today at the Sirius XM studios. We are going to meet a radio legend today. Bruce Morrow, that's his real name, but he's better known to you as Cousin Brucie.
Testing. If you can hear me and you're in a rocket ship or a car, beep your horns 2 times. They're beeping. And now back to our regularly scheduled nonsense. Hi, everybody. I'm here. Come on, let's go.
Cousin Brucie, thank you so much for meeting with us at BabyBoomers.tv today.
What, are you kidding me? Thank you. First of all, you walked in with this staff of yours, and I said, Baby Boomers? Look at this one. It's a baby of a baby boomer. Well, it's so nice to meet you. First of all, thank you for, caring, and thank you for saying, hey, this is one of the guys. See, I call myself Keeper of the Flame, and I thank you so much for, saying, come on up here and let's come on this. I think this is a great idea what you're doing.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure.
You are adorable.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.
I have a crush. Is that professional? I don't think so.
Who cares?
So you're known as the conductor, and your fans love you to death. They've grown up with you since they were kids and teenagers and listened to you for all those years. How does that make you feel?
Kind of good. It's like all these years, and I'm now into I don't know what generation it is, but it's amazing because I'm invited to weddings. I'm invited to funerals, unfortunately, which happens once in a while. Yeah. I'm inviting to honeymoons. They want me to supervise. No, people really feel, this is very interesting. Kids' parties, I get invited to everything, but people really feel they know me. See, this is what's so nice about radio. Now, I love television. I do a lot of PBS television. I do a lot of it, and it's different. It's more formal. But radio, I'm in bed with everybody. I take showers with people. Right? I'm in their cars. I go shopping.
Nancy, our rep here, is loving that. He takes showers with people, Nancy.
No, I do. That's just to let you know how clean I am. No, but my point is that it's so personal. My whole thing is so personal. And when I'm on the air, I learned a skill years ago after I got through the mechanics. As you know what that is. Yeah. You were a radio person too, years ago. And I learned to talk to people, not at them. And when I talk to people, they really feel that I'm right there with them, right in their hands. I'm in their ears. And there's nothing more personal than that.
That's why you've been around for so long,
I guess so. And it's just very natural.
You're real,
Yeah, I love it. I said we're new. First of all, I'm going to embrace you. I'm a hugging cousin. I'm going to put my arms around the microphone. There you go. That's a bear hug, a Brucie bear hug. And I'm so happy that you found me. We're on 5, we're live, and from the big city. How many of you are burning the candle on 3 ends, right? It's pretty tough on 2 ends. You know where the third end is, don't you? That can really smart. I never fool the audience. They trust me. I'm a conduit. I'm a bridge. I'm a very lucky guy. I'm surrounded by about 200 million records that I have. Years and years of music.
You're also surrounded by your friends on the wall here. I am so amazed and impressed.
Yeah, because this room here was built for me. And the studio, I said, look, I want a studio. I want the best equipment, this digital equipment, because we're up in a satellite, up there somewhere. Isn't that weird? At this age, I'm on a satellite going all over the place.
Do you remember reels and all that stuff from back in the day?
Well, I'll tell you something funny. And you'll understand it. You'll appreciate it because you're young, right? You're still. And I say to them, all right, let's go tape something. They say to me, what? Because I am surrounded by 20 and 30-somethings, right?
Yeah.
So, and I say to them, tape, and they say, what? I said, excuse me, digitize, we'll record. Oh, record? What's tape? Years ago, I used to go to schools and hold up a 45 RPM record. Anyone know what this is? Right? And somebody in the audience would say, Cousin Brucie, yeah, my parents used to listen to those things. What are they called? Records or something like that.
Right.
So I used to hold up this black shellac, which is the blood of our industry. Oh, yeah, I met my parents showed me that once. And now, can you imagine what's going on today?
I know. Back then you had to put on a 9-minute song just to get a bathroom break.
It's a digital world that we live in. Yep. But anyway, back to the studio. This studio I'm surrounded by my friends.
You are.
Right?
Dolly Parton, Bette Midler.
And I'm the only person that has a picture of Dolly Parton from the neck up. That shows you what kind of guy I am. I don't understand me at all. But there's Dolly and there's Tommy and there's Tony and Bob Hope. That's a fun picture.
Bob Hope's great. I love that.
That's a great. Want to hear the story?
Yeah. Tell me.
Tell me if
Tell us. Tell Baby Boomers.
It is good. One day I'm up at this is when I was on WNBC Baby Boomers. No, WNBC Radio, WNBC, and there's a guard comes in and said, "There's a couple guys here who would like to see you." They came in unannounced. Well, through the door, now nothing stops me from talking. I'm just not a shy guy, as you can see, and most of you know that. The door opens and in walks Bob Hope, followed by Jackie Gleason. I went, yeah, like that. Oh, yeah. And he said, hey, it's all right. I said, Mr. Hope, nobody told me you're coming. No, he said, let me sit down. First of all, he said, it's Bob, and I want you to meet Jackie. I went, whoa, And what they did is they came up to visit me because they were going to be in Central Park the next day, and Cousins, they were doing a special. And he said, I wanted to teach Jackie and myself how to be a disc jockey, read commercials, do jingles, lead into records. So they came to study with me for a couple hours, right? And at the end of the thing, he said, look, I appreciate this so much. I'd like to invite you to be my announcer tomorrow in Central Park. That's what that picture is. Isn't it? Oh, it's fabulous. I've had things like that happen in my career, and very rarely do I get tongue-tied. But those guys walked in. Wow. Are you up? Yes! Chuck Berry on the Brucie Ferry. Hey, everybody. We have 4 wonderful hours to spend together. When you are positive and you feel good about things, good comes back. Negative goes away.
You're right.
I am never negative. I am a little silly once in a while. I might. Now, of course, if I don't like something, I'll say it on the air. See, things are very different today. When I first started my first job, I went to Bermuda. I graduated New York University, and I went to Bermuda. Down in Bermuda, I love your eyes.
Thank you.
Paradise for two. Yeah, Lottie. There's a good song there. So I went to Bermuda at ZBM, and I stayed there for a year. Now I have listeners listening to me from ZBM from Bermuda. And I stayed there for a year, and I learned my trade. I learned radio. It was really nice. They used to call me the Hammer because nobody heard. Well, I reflected, I guess, what the music sounded like, because I brought rock and roll to that island. It was very quiet till I got there.
I bet.
So they heard, hey, here we go. I did that, talk like, the DJ on the air to sound like the records. I loved it. It was a great experience for about a year and a half. And then my career just started. And I am thrilled with what I'm doing. When the light goes on that says, Brucie, you're on the air, I get as excited today and in love today as I did many years ago.
That's great. Not a lot of people can say that many years into their careers.
I love to go to work. I mean, I love to go to play, and I'm going to be on the air very soon, and I look forward to it because I know that audience is out there wanting it, wanting their friend and inviting me into their cars and their homes and showers. Or whatever.
Yeah,
showers. Hey, Brucie here. This is in Little Sebastian, Florida. This comes from Florida. We seem to have a hard time getting through. I really apologize for that. The phones get really jammed. Everybody's loving this, and that's nice. But never give up.
So a lot of our fans, obviously, at babyboomers.tv know of you as, world famous DJ, radio legend. They know you as that. Well, they may not know that you're also a famous author. A certain book of yours is going into its 2nd printing. Hello. A lot of copies.
Nice. Yeah, it's called, this book is called Doo-Wop.
Yep.
The music, the times, the era. And it's all about how music developed. And I wrote this first book because I was very afraid that the genre of doo-wop, vocal harmony, was going to disappear. Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of programmers out there today, Jerry, that they don't understand. They think, because it's too old, nobody wants to hear it.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you something. I guarantee you're probably saying right now, looking at this, saying, they're crazy. They are. They don't know. They really don't know what they're doing. So I wanted to write this book, and it's a big book. I mean, it's a coffee table book. It weighs 800 pounds. I made a big error, though. I should have been paid by the pound. I mean, it is heavy. It's heavy. And I went all over the country signing it. It sells like crazy. And I'm constantly autographing the book. But it tells the story of how music developed. But music develops because of the surrounding culture. It develops because of what we are doing in our lives, sociologically. So music reflects what's happening in our lives, not vice versa.